Hey y'all, it's Ashley Kirkwood with the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. So excited to be here with y'all today. We help speakers, experts, entrepreneurs, and authors book more stages, license their brilliance, and sell more services using the most powerful sales tool on the planet, which is speaking. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about goal setting today. I was looking at the curriculum laid out in the Speak Your Way to Cash course, which is fabulous. And one of the first modules is goal setting for powerful speakers. And I started going down this rabbit hole of researching what does the data say about goals? Are goals really important? Should we just kind of go with the flow? What does the data say? And y'all, the evidence is in, okay? The evidence is in. Goal setting will help you to reach your goals. People who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them than those who do not. Dr. Gail Matthews, who was a professor at Dominican University, actually found that people who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them. So listen in and listen up. Not only are we going to talk about what you need to do to set powerful goals, we're also going to tell you why it's so important to do this. So number one, what high achievers do when they're setting their goals that you need to make sure you're doing, because y'all are high achievers, y'all are experts, y'all are cash leads. We are high achievers. Is they set really specific and measurable goals. So many of you have heard of like SMART goals, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound, I believe. I hope that's right. That's what I remember, but let me see. Let me make sure I didn't just like totally butcher that. Okay, let's see. I was close. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Those are SMART goals. Okay, I was close. Y'all know I just did that live. I was close. So they set specific goals. So instead of being like, I'm going to run more, it'd be like, I'm going to add 25 minutes to my workout every day. I'm going to I'm going to run for another 5 minutes each day until I reach X amount of miles. Like very specific. They break down their goals into smaller tasks. So we talk about this a lot in our community, but we believe in activity goals. So a big goal for the year could be like, hey, you want to make $10 million in revenue, but the activity goals would be what we need to do every single day in order to reach that money milestone, that marker. And so I do think that activity goals are very important. And I do also believe that that is what you should do. You should literally make sure that you have activity goals every single day. You want to break your goals down into really small, specific tasks on the daily. That way they're not overwhelming. Big goals can be very overwhelming, like, oh, I'm going to do this huge thing. But what are you going to do every single day? One thing that we started doing religiously, thanks to Ronnie Tyler, she's a project management beast. She also wrote the book. Let me give you the exact name of her book. I don't want to butcher it. Profitable Launch Blueprint. I remembered it, and I'm almost 1,000,000% certain that's the right name. So I'm almost 100% certain that's the right name. So she has a book, but she talks a little bit about how planning is work. And I remember trying to write my launch plan and then do the launch right after, and that's not how it works. I needed to take a whole day just to plan and then move forward with the plan. And now I have my whole team on this whole planning kick. So we have our team, we have our daily team huddles, we have our weekly all team meetings, and we have our event planning meetings. I was not having all these meetings, but it does help a lot, especially when your team is virtual, to keep everyone engaged. And when I see people joining meetings from their car or cameras off, then I know earlier whether or not they're going to be able to rock out with Team Speak Your Way to Cash. So you break down your goals into really smaller tasks. That way they're more manageable. You stay on track, you stay focused. All of that is really important. And then the third thing that you do is you actually hold yourself accountable. You hold yourself accountable to the goal. So not just people be like, oh, that was good. I'm like, okay, what does the number say? How many people showed up live? How many people actually attended? Did we move the needle? Did we make sales? Whatever your result goal is, you look at that to determine whether or not something worked. You don't just go based on how you feel. So I think that that's really important, is to figure out at the outset of setting a goal, what will make this a win for me? What are all the ways this could be a win? Because it may not only be money, it may be leads, maybe engagement, it may be any number of things in business that'll make it a win. It may be weight loss if you have like a non-monetary goal altogether. But what's going to make it a win? And then how are you going to track that and be accountable to that? So some things I found really interesting The Journal of Applied Psychology found that specific challenging goals led to significantly higher levels of performance than easy or vague goals. Meaning there is some benefit to setting a goal for yourself that is actually harder to reach than it is to you setting like a really easy goal. And also, when you achieve stuff, you have confidence. I am a firm believer that confidence is based on competence. So I am confident not because I heard Brooke Castillo say this. I thought it was really dope. I heard I heard I heard her say like she doesn't have confidence because she has money. She has confidence because she made the money. So at one point in her life, I believe she inherited some money or something like that. I hope I'm not mixing up stories, but y'all fact check this. But she was like that didn't give her as much confidence as she received when she actually made her own money. And so confidence literally comes from doing things, getting a repertoire of evidence that you are who you say you are. If you say you're the greatest blah, blah, blah of all time, okay, great. Go get you some competence. Go get you some evidence that that may be true. That really will help. And then additionally, accountability can increase goal achievement. The Journal of Consulting Psychology found that people who shared their goals with a friend or a colleague achieved a 65% success rate, while those that didn't share their goals only achieved a 35% success rate. I'm not shocked by that at all, y'all. I've been in group communities, group coaching communities, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna hit $1 million this year. I'm gonna have a 6-figure launch. I'm gonna do this. And because I said it publicly, I was more like driven to get it done. Cause I was like, I don't want to be out here looking like a liar, right? So I said it publicly and then I worked towards it. And so if you're in a group coaching community, like if y'all are in my mastermind, if you're in the Speak Your Way to Cash mastermind, we want to hear your goals. What are your goals for the year? What are you going to be accountable for? What is the specific actions you're going to take every single week to reach that goal? What can we hold you accountable to? Like accountability is a big reason why group coaching can be more effective at times than one-on-one coaching. And if you have a group coaching program that actually has a one-on-one element, then now you have the most effective program that you can join. That's how our mastermind is set up. So I highly recommend you get you some accountability. Also, if you need to revise your goals, it's okay. It's okay to revise your goals. So if you have to revise your goals, it's okay. So the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who were flexible in revising their goals were more likely to achieve them. Specifically, people who set learning goals focusing on developing a skill or knowledge, were more successful when they revise their goals in response to feedback or new information. How can you use this? Well, if you're getting coaching or you're going to an event where you're learning about something, like maybe you're coming to Black Women Sell Live, March 17th and 18th, 2023, then you can take the goals that you have and maybe you revise your goals based on the information that we cover at the event to make it even more effective. Novel. So if that's the case, this is just literally telling you like this is what y'all, I play all day. This is just some data to get you going on getting your goals, actually reaching your goals, because we're still in the first quarter of the new year. So you can reach your goals, y'all. You can achieve great things. You can do anything you want to do, anything you set your mind to, anything you set your efforts to. So, anything you set your efforts to it. I think you can do it. I think you can be it. And if you work on your beliefs, if you have not read this book, you are missing out on life. Maybe you need to read it again. Maybe it's a thick one. You may need to go back, treat it like a textbook, read it again, mark it up, write your notes, do what you got to do. And then join us March 17th and 18th at Black Women Sell Live, which is the premier event for service providers looking to sell more services. I want to see you there. All right. If you're going to be there, let me know. If you got at least one gem from this, one bar, it got you thinking in a different direction, share this with 3 people. We want to share our message with the world, you guys. And the only way we can do this is if our Cash Leads Nation helps us out. If y'all help us to share it, if you help us to get the word out there, if you share our resources. Thank you all for following me on Instagram and sharing what you shared and letting us know that you've gotten value out of it. It really helps a lot. Thank y'all.